Hi, Kat Chancellor with Stamp Art Connection and StampArtConnection.com, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you watched my last video, I just published a video where I made this wonderful little church ornament, and now I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful stag ornament. So all the ways of putting it together are the same. We're just going to use different materials, and we're going to be using a different background. So I'm going to show you how to put together the background, because each one of these backgrounds is going to be different. Okay, so for this you are going to need the stag, and here I've already cut out the stag, and I do believe I have my my brush and my die brush. I'm just going to roll over that. So there's my stag. I'm going to cut him out of gold glimmer paper. I'm going to cut the base is going to be, the filigree is going to be cut out of gold foil. So I've already got this piece done. So there's my gold foil piece. And my backing is going to be out of gold glimmer paper, and that's going to go right like that. We're going to put that there. I've cut the two background pieces. Remember, I used the very largest, and please refer to my video. I used the very largest of the layering circles, and it's the largest scallop. I cut one out of the thick white cardstock and whisper white. I cut another one out of our gold, because this is going to be our frame for our snow globe. So I have those two pieces. I also cut a background piece out of the largest of the stitch framed circle dies, layering circle dies, and that is in Night of Navy. Now I'm going to use a different background embossing folder. I'm using this one, which is the Swirls and Curls. So now I'm simply going to put my Night of Navy piece, and we're going to emboss this. Okay, so there is my background, this really nice swirls and curls. So the other thing that we need to do is we're going to have to cut our trees. Now for our trees, I used vellum and white cardstock. So let me find some here's my whisper white, and here's my vellum. I'm going to run my trees through twice to come up with my background. Now this piece kind of tore, so I'm going to think about how I can use it. Okay, I cut out another piece. Sometimes it doesn't always work. And I ran this through quite a few times, so I think I got my pieces to come out, my cuts to come out well. Just use my thumb to kind of push it up. It is a little tricky. Okay, so now I have that. All right, so what I was looking for is I was looking for kind of that. All right. So all I'm going to do then is I'm just going to lay this right on top like that. Okay. So that is, I have Tombow on the back. Let me just put some more Tombow over here. I have Tombow on the back, and it's best to put the Tombow on. Don't put it on the vellum. Oops. Don't put it on the vellum. Just put it on the, oops, and that's too much. See that? I don't want that much. Let me just kind of, don't put it on the back of the vellum or on the front of the vellum. Put it on the back of your of your Whisper White. And that way you can kind of, your Whisper White with the vellum will kind of pick up your vellum, and now it's one piece. Okay, so our stag is going to go right about here. Now what I want to do now is, and if you can see how this piece is, I've got some snow that I've added on the trees. So once again, we're going to get our snowfall accents, and once again, when I tip it upside down, I'm going to get this great big, I'm going to get a great big dot or a drip. I don't want that. Always kind of clean your nozzle of your puff paint accents so that you don't have that big drop. And then what you want is to just squeeze gently and just kind of go with kind of like some, just like a river. And go along here. Okay. And now let's get my there we go. That looks good. Again, this comes in so nice. This silicone mat, it keeps everything nice and protected. Okay, so now we're going to grab our circle, and we're going to put our background right there. And I'm going to grab my stag because I want my stag to go. I want my stag to kind of go between the white. Okay, you can see that. And then now I'm going to grab one of my snow globes and I'm going to fit it to see that it goes perfectly over, and it does. All right, let's put our bottom in first. I'm just going to grab some of this, and I'm just doing it up the Whisper White. I don't want to get it too much on the vellum. Okay, and we're going to put that right there. Make sure it kind of fits. Yep. Right into those little pieces. I'm not going to worry about this very much. I'm just going to kind of just let that kind of be. All right, now I'm going to just pull out just a tad. Now I'm going to turn my stag around, and I'm going to put glue dimensionals on him. And I have some pieces that some dimensionals I've cut in half, which fit perfectly on some of these other parts. So let me show you. You just kind of take a row, cut them in half, and then like this little piece here, will go perfectly right there. Okay, and then let's just take these off. And I want to make sure that this little piece up here doesn't show. I'm going to tuck it down. Okay. And we're going to put that right about there. There you go. And then we can look at our snow globe and aha, looks really nice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of this powder, just kind of put it there. I'm also going to turn this around and I'm going to kind of squeeze this little bag, and I'm going to put it around inside this, and then I'm going to get a soft paper towel. Actually, I'm going to take my eyeglass sheet. I don't want it to scratch. Okay, so then I have that. It's going to go right there. So now I can go ahead and trim this down. Remember, we're going to trim it down by probably 1/16 of an inch. I don't know what that is in centimeters, millimeters. Okay, and that's now ready to go on our card. So what we're going to do is now get our little cocktail of glimmer and glitz. And this is holding out well, and I've made, let me see, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10. I've made 10 shaker cards with this, but of course I'm kind of you know, spreading it around. Again, I'm using my fine diamonds. I'm going to do 2 of those. I'm going to do 2 of these. And then I'm just going to use a nice big helping of this. So it's actually 2, 2, and 2. And this is the kind of stuff you want to make sure you pick up. You want to get all the little stars and glimmers on in your shaker card. Okay, so now we're going to take the back of our snow globe, and I'm going to remove, using my piercer, I'm just going to remove that back piece, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to line it up like so. Okay, and I'm not going to press the top. I'm going to grab my my piercer, and I'm going to just run this around the edge nice and hard, so that I'm getting a very good seal between my paper, and there you go. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Okay, so now we have to, we're going to use this is our back, okay, which is going to go back here, and then this is our front. So to cut our front, we take our scallop circle, and we're going to lay down this die, which is the snow globe opening, okay, and we're going to lay that down there, and we're going to cut that right through my machine. And there it is. And that's going to go right there. Okay, so now to adhere that, what we're going to do is, again, grab my piercing tool, and just let's pick up that, pull it off, and then let's start from the bottom and kind of line that up on the bottom, and then place it. Don't don't pinch it, but take your score tool, your piercer, and if you do it nicely, you can kind of come up with a nice kind of a rim. See that nice little rim that kind of goes around like that? And that's going to adhere that very, very nicely. Okay, there it is. It's all sealed up. I'm just going to run that through. And I have used that to make 10 of these already, so that's a kind of a good little machine. I'm going to get my bone folder and just make sure that's nice and tight, and I get some good. We're just going to lay that really nicely on top of our glimmer paper. Oh, look at that, look at that. I have 2 little dotty dots that didn't get poked out. Let me get those out. Can you hear Rocky snoring? He is snoring away. I didn't punch all my little pieces out. I think that's all I have. Otherwise, yeah, that looks pretty good. Put some tear tape right there. And there we go. So now we can put our back on, which is going to go like that. If I want to cut this little corner off so it doesn't show, I can do that now. Okay. We're going to flip this around and we're going to take some of this ribbon. Oh, again, we probably use about 8 to 10 inches, right about there. All right, and you remember the trick? And there you go. There is ornament number 2. We have done 2 ornaments now using our so there you go. Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful stag ornaments using our Still Scenes bundle. So, oops, I forgot the ribbon. So while I put the ribbon on, please hit like and join me for my next video where we're going to make another background using our Still Scenes bundle. We're going to make shaker ornaments, shaker globe ornaments that you can make easily to go on, decorate a Christmas tree. Thank you much. Stamp Art Connection, stampartconnection.com. Happy stamping. See you in the next video. Please hit like.